Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the BTM channel, and in today's video we're going to be doing my official round 1 NBA 2025 mock draft. And without further ado, let's get right to it. Alrighty, so the first pick, pretty self-explanatory. I got the Mavericks drafting Cooper Flag here. Obviously, there's not much we need. This is pretty obvious. I feel like it's pretty obvious. They're gonna take him. They're already lucky enough to have the first pick, and yeah, I got the Mavericks taking Cooper Flag here. Already, next up is the Spurs, and here I have Ace Bailey. I think this guy. I think he is the most athletic / like he has the most upside. Well, I don't know if I'd say all that, but he is right behind Flag. Him and Flag, I definitely like both their play styles. And I think the Spurs need a small forward, so I'm going to go with Ace Bailey here. Alrighty, 76ers up next. And right here, this, again, pretty similar. I'm going to say 76ers take Dylan Harper. This is a good guy to pair with, Tyrese Maxey. Kind of that. They're kind of in the middle of a rebuild. And, yeah, I think this would be a great addition to add alongside Maxey. Alrighty, next up, we got the Hornets, and I'm going to say they take VJ Edgecombe out of Baylor, shooting guard. This guy, whether you're pairing him with LaMelo or you're getting rid of LaMelo, this is a good guy to have. Again, he's got tons of upside, great defender, is also very good on offense, of course. So overall, I'm going to say the Hornets take Edgecombe at the 4th pick. Alrighty, next up we got is the Jazz, and I'm going to say they take Jeremiah Fears. This guy, he's had some crazy games. I got to see him play in person. Very, very talented player. And yeah, he is a great player. I think these guys are a little, these guys are good, but when we look positionally, I think Fears is better than Kasparis, or however you say his first name. And yeah, I would say Fears has got to go to the Jazz. Alrighty, next up we got is the Washington Wizards. For them, they can't go too wrong here. But I am going to say they are going to take Derek Queen. I think this guy, I love Malawak, obviously Duke guy. I love him. But I do think he is, he's a great defender. But he is a little just more bigger guy. Derek Queen, again, power forward center. A little bit more mobile. And yeah, I got the Wizard taking Derek Queen. Alrighty, and then 7th pick, this is where I got Malawak going. I got him going to the Pelicans here. I think he is a great player. Like I said, I love watching him at Duke. Great defender. He's definitely got some stuff he's got to improve on. He is a little bit just big. He's not as mobile, which I think he'll improve on. But yeah, I got Malawak going to the Pelicans here. Alrighty, next up is the Brooklyn Nets here. I got them taking Trey Johnson out of Texas. I think this is a pretty self-explanatory pick. Like I said, I think he's a great shooter, which I think they definitely need to add to that Nets team. Again, the Nets, you can't go wrong for them, but they definitely need to add more to the guards positions. Next up is the Raptors, and this is where I had Kasparis going again. Another guard off the board. I think this guy again. I think he's a talented player. I do think he is a little overrated, but overall he is a solid player that I think should go in the top 10. Alrighty, next up is the Rockets. This is obviously an interesting team just because of how good they just were, and now they're a top 10 pick. And here I got them going with Knipple. I do have Knipple going top 10. I know it's it might be a reach for some people, but I think Knipple, out of these guys, I think he honestly is the best guy. I really do. Of course, obviously these guys are ranked over him, but I think he is a fantastic player. They need kind of somebody else in that small forward position that can shoot, also drive. I think he is a really good player. And yeah, I got him going to the Rockets here. Alrighty, next up is the Blazers, and here I got them taking Boyles out of South Carolina. This guy's a great defender, great offensive player as well. This guy's low-key a sleeper for sure, I think, at the power forward center position, just because he went to South Carolina. But he is fantastic. I think he's got to be a great addition alongside Ayton in that big man squad. Alrighty, next pickup is the Chicago Bulls. I got them taking Fileline out of Alabama. He's definitely one of those players. I'm not a personal fan of him. But you know, I do think he could do something, you know, in the league. I mean, I do think he'll be a solid player. So yeah, I got Phylon go to the Bulls. Alrighty, next up is the Hawks here. I have them taking Nolan Traore. This guy, you know, this guy is very well unknown, and I think, you know, he went to obviously a little smaller school, but he is a fantastic player. And I think with Trae Young possibly on the way out, this is a great guy to have in your back pocket. Alrighty, next up is the Spurs here. I got them taking Austin Noel out of Georgia. This guy I think could actually slide in right next to Wemby, you know, into that starting lineup, and I think he provides a great, you know, defensive, you know, power for them at least. Alrighty, next up is the Thunder, and here I got them taking Essengu. This guy, again, fairly unknown, obviously. You know, he is a good player, though. I have watched a little bit of film on him. I didn't know a whole lot about him, but he is very solid. I think he'd be a great addition to that already good Oklahoma City Thunder team. And yeah, I got the Thunder taking Essengu with the 15th pick. Alrighty, next up is the Orlando Magic. I got them taking Jace Richardson. Explosive guy, you know, out of Michigan State, point guard. They definitely need some, you know, help with the guards. And so, yeah, I think that would be a great fit for them at 16. Alrighty, next up is the Minnesota Timberwolves. I have them taking Igor Demin out of BYU. I don't know if I said his last name right there, but it's fine. He is a fantastic player. Again, this is another guy. You know, their point guard, shooting guard, obviously got Ant, but then you kind of got an old Mike Conley. You know, it gets a little rough. You know, and I think, you know, this guy would be a fantastic pickup for them. You know, he's not the biggest dude, but he is a very, very good player that I think could add some offense, you know, to that team, which I think they do need a little bit of. Alrighty, we got the Wizards again. So the Wizards, with their first pick, took Derek Queen out of Maryland. With this pick, I have them taking Liam McNeely out of UConn. I liked watching this guy. This guy has some really good film. I think this guy is low-key a sleeper next year. Yeah, I really like him a lot. And yeah, I'm going to say Wizards take him with the 18th pick. Next up is the Nets. Again, the Nets, you know, already had a pick. Where are they at there? Boom. Took Trey Johnson, took the guard. Now I have them going to the center position. They got Claxton, but again, I still think they could use some more help, you know, with an actual big man. So I got them taking Sorber out of Georgetown. Alrighty, next up is my Miami Heat. Oh, man, I mean, this, you know, we definitely need some improvements, but mainly we need improvements at the guard position. You know, as much as I love Davion Mitchell, we need some improvements at that position. And that's why I'm going to say we take Ben Saraff. And I know you're like, who the heck is that? Believe me, I didn't know much about him. I looked up his film. I do like what I see. I think he's got to be one of those guys. It's a very Miami Heat pick. You might not have heard of him, or like he's, you know, a little underrated guy, and the Heat will turn him into something, you know. So, yeah, I got us taking Ben Saraff with the 20th pick. Alrighty, we got the Jazz up again. Again, the Jazz, with their earlier pick, took Fears out of Oklahoma, took that guard position, and that's why I got them taking Miles Beard out of San Diego State here with the 21st pick. Again, they got the big men right now. Again, all this could change, of course, once free agency starts, you know, depending on where marketing goes and all that stuff. But, yeah, I got Beard going to San Diego State. Alrighty, next up is the Hawks. Of course, the Hawks, with their earlier pick, took Nolan Traore, you know, again, point guard. And now I think this is where they got to kind of pick up another big man. You know, they had their struggles with the big men this year. You know, Claxton, or not Claxton, what am I saying? Capella, you know, he fell off a little bit. And so I have them reaching a little bit here. You know, I have them taking Yaxel Lendenberg, or Ledenborg. I honestly don't know how to say his last name. Again, I watched the film of this guy. He looks solid. I mean, it's definitely tough, you know, at their position, you know, spot they're in. You know, they need a center, but, you know, there's a lot of guards and forwards in this area. And, yeah, I got them taking Yaxel here. Next up is the Pacers, of course, in the Eastern Conference Finals. They got Halliburton. They got some pretty solid big men. Now, what do you add to that team? I think you add Noah Penda. This guy, I really liked watching him on tape. Super athletic guy. Great defensive, you know, on-ball defender. And yeah, I think he'd be a great addition to that, Indiana, defense, really. I think he could provide a lot. Next up is the Thunder. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. Again, they took a small forward, power forward. It's insane how many picks the Thunder have because of that Rudy Gobert trade. And here, I mean, yeah, you can't really go wrong. I'm going to say they take Cam Jones, take the best available talent. Yeah, I think this guy, high upside, you could probably fit him in somewhere, behind Shea or around Shea. They got okay point guards, but, you got Shea, you got Jalen Williams. Those guys can kind of switch in between those positions. So I think Cam Jones would be a good guy to add to the team. Alrighty, next up is the Orlando Magic. Again, I believe they had an early pick, took a point guard, and now I'm going to say they take a shooting guard, Darren Williams, out of Texas Tech. I really liked watching. I saw this guy in person as well. Very, very talented player, great shooter, which is, again, something I think that they need badly. Next up is the Nets. I mean, this is unbelievable. I just realized, bro, the Nets have 4 first-round picks. They have the 8th pick, the 19th pick, the 20th. Oh, my goodness. I mean, they're literally got to make their whole team in this draft, which is kind of fun. I'm not going to lie. This is like NBA Rebuild or whatever on 2K or whatever. And here, I mean, for them, it doesn't really matter. I feel like they should just take the best available. And to me, that's Carter Bryant. I think he's got to be a great addition. He's a great shooter, also a great defender. And, yeah, I just think this is a great addition. But, yeah, now we got the Nets again. I'm not even got cut at this time because I already have the next guy, in mind who I think they'll pick. And that's Will Riley. Again, shooting guard, small forward. I mean, they literally can build almost an entirely new starting lineup this draft, which I think is really cool. So, yeah, I got Will Riley, Carter Bryant going to the Nets. Alrighty, now we got the Boston Celtics. And this is a team we just saw get knocked out of the playoffs that I think we did kind of see some, weaknesses, some difficulties with them. And I have them taking here Hugo Gonzalez out of Real Madrid. So, again, overseas player. He is a very good player, though. I think he'll be a good addition to that team. I think they definitely need some more depth behind Tatum, around Brown. They definitely need some more scoring, which I think Hugo will provide for them. The Suns, honestly, they have a lot they need to improve on. And for me here, I have them taking Ryan Kalkbrenner out of Creighton. I think they need a big man. They need somebody in the paint, that can, take up a lot of space. And I just think they have not really had that. And I think this guy would be a great addition for them. And then last but not least, we have the Los Angeles Clippers. And I got them taking Boogie Fland out of Arkansas. What in the world? Okay, there we go. Boogie Fland out of Arkansas. I think it would be good for them to add another guard, another explosive guy to that roster, and see what they can do, this next year. But overall, that's going to wrap it up for the video. Let me know what you guys thought about my mock draft. And yeah, without further ado, make sure to like and subscribe. See you guys next one. Peace out.